Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to load your bike into the back of a pickup. This is the way that I do it. You can do it any way that you really want to. You just want to make sure that it's in there nice and tight, it's not rolling around, the ratchet straps aren't sloppy, stuff like that. Because if your bike falls out of the back of your truck, you're going to have a bad day. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is what I use to get the bike in the back of my truck. It's just two generic ramps. You can use them for your bike, quads, lawnmower, snow blowers, anything that you need to get in the back of the truck that's on wheels. Obviously I have a piece of rubber so they don't separate because these are two different pieces. You're gonna have your bike stand to help you step in the back of your truck unless you have two people, but I would always recommend having this here just so you have an extra step on the other side. And then once you get in the back of the truck, before you put the bike in the back, you want to make sure that you have your ratchet straps set up. I have one there and one there. Luckily, since I have a 5 1/4 bed, I can put the bike this way, so I only need 2 straps in each corner, and then the tailgate comes up so it holds the back from moving. So ever since I've been doing this, the bike hasn't moved really at all in the back of my truck, so it fits perfectly and it never rolls around. The next thing you want to do is you want to get your bike right here lined up with your ramps. You want to make sure that there's plenty of room for you to get enough momentum to get this in the back. If you have 2 people, it's a lot easier, but usually since I don't, I have to do it by myself, especially when you're on the trails or somewhere and it's just you to put it in the back. Excuse me. So you want to get it lined up. You want to give yourself plenty of room, so that way when you run up the ramps and step on the bike stand, you can get it in the back in one shot. I have had times where I've had to take a step back or bring it back down because I didn't have enough momentum because I was tired. Now, if you can't do this by yourself, I would not recommend doing it by yourself because you can get hurt. If you can't hold it up straight going up the ramps, the bike will tip over to one side or the other, and then it will take you with it, obviously. So just make sure that you have somebody there if you can't. If not, you just got to send it up the ramp. And just don't be scared to just throw it up there. Okay, now that you have everything set up, you're ready to go in the back of your truck. Like I said, just don't be afraid to do this. When I did it for the first few times, I was scared out of my mind because I thought everything was gonna go wrong. But after a couple times of doing it, you just have to just let it go, just rip it up the ramps, and you should be all set. Okay, and look at that, just like that, your bike is in the back of your truck. Like I said, just got to send it up the ramps. I should have, if you guys wanted to see behind the scenes, that's where the GoPro was because I don't have anybody else to hold it for me. But yep, the bike's in the back of the truck. Where I tie down mine, or back left corner for this side, and how I do it, the way these hooks are set up on my ratchet straps, I put them inside on the clamps on the handlebars. Hold on, wait for this truck to go by. What a beauty. But anyways, yeah, I put the ratchet straps on the inside of the clamps and the handlebars. It just makes it so when you're driving and turning it, they don't slide back and forth like this. And on the other side, I have it in the front right corner. And if you notice, if I push the bike this way or even this way, this doesn't flex at all. It's not going anywhere. Also, don't forget to tie down your ratchet straps in a knot so the extra slack isn't flailing around in the woods. I've seen that all the time, and it's very distracting. Now, like I said, since I have under a 6-foot bed, my bike can fit in the back of my truck perfectly sideways. To close the tailgate, you might have to push it forward a little bit, just like that. It's nothing too crazy. Now, I should mention I do not have a fork saver in the front. I want to get one at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's just so when you compress the forks, when you're tying it down, it doesn't damage them or like wear them out faster. It's a good investment if you want it, but I don't have it since I usually only drive 5 minutes down the street for where I ride. So when it's all said and done, when you're done tying your bike down and putting everything in the back, it should look like this. In a truck like this, if you have an 8-foot bed or something bigger, you're obviously going to keep it straight. That's just how it is, or else it's going to tip over. So I got my ramps here. Since the tailgate is closed, as you can see, I don't need to tie them down because, like I said, I don't go very far. Also, they fit perfectly right here. I have my triangle stand, so just a quick one I throw in my backpack. Obviously, I have my regular bike stand here. If I do bring a gas can, I usually put it in between the bike stand right here so it doesn't fly around. I don't like having it in my cab because I don't want my cap smelling like gas. It kind of, even though I love the smell of gas, it gives you a headache after a while. But yeah, that should do it. Now you're ready to ride. Okay, so now that you're ready to take the bike back out of the truck, I'm gonna show you how to do this as well. So if you're at home after riding all day or at the trails and you're ready to ride for the day, this is pretty much the same idea, just reversed. So you take one ratchet strap off, one then the other, twist the bike straight, push it down the ramps going backwards. If you need somebody to help you, I would recommend having somebody there to help you, but I can do it pretty confidently on my own since I have done it a few times. I've almost fallen over a few times as well. That's the only way you're gonna learn on anything, is to fail at it and to get better at it. So I'm gonna do another video of how to take this bike out of the truck right now. It's, like I said, it's fairly simple. It should be just about the same as putting it back in. Alright guys, and that's going to conclude today's video of how to load and unload your dirt bike. I actually had to do a blooper take because the first time I did it, the first video that I had going on, I tipped the bike over to the right side. So 9 times out of 10 I could do this perfectly, but of course the one time I'm recording, I tipped the bike over on the right side, so I had to load it back up, get it straight, tie down the ratchet strap, stop the video, restart it. I was like, oh, of course. But anyways, it's plain and simple, just like that. As you can see, the bike is out of the truck. Everything is like that. Obviously you have to pick up after yourself when you're done. You can leave the ratchet straps in your truck. I don't, since it is winter time where I live and I'm not going to be riding for at least a few months, unless there's a nice day that I want to go ride and get absolutely soaked, because it's going to be so muddy, so wet. But yeah, there you go, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, I forgot to say, Red Bull, if you're watching this, sponsor me. Peace out, guys.